Prosím pana Eli Hazana, zahraničního tajemníka strany LIKUD. It's our great pleasure to welcome a representative of the Israeli party LIKUD, Mr. Eli Hazan, International Secretary.
Good morning, ladies and gentlemen. With warm regards from Israel, I'm here today as a representative of Prime Minister Benjamin Netanyahu's ruling Likud party. For us, it is an honor to be here, and the connection between our two parties is an extremely important one. There are many places to visit in Israel. It is a very diverse one. If you travel to the north of the country, you will come across the Masaryk village. The village is actually a kibbutz named after your founding father, Tomasz Masaryk. It is no wonder that Masaryk was known for being a Philo-Semite and standing alongside the Zionist movement even when such a thing was not popular. However, the connection between our two countries does not end there. We will never forget that when we fought in our war of independence, few against many, the two arms deals between Israel and the Czech Republic were a decisive factor that led to an Israeli victory. In other words, if it were not for the Czech Republic's choice to stand on the side of morality, and if it were not for the weapons we received from the Czechs, we do not know whether we would have been able to win the war and establish a state. We have not forgotten that the Czech Republic again chose to act on the side of morality when it did not support anti-Israeli resolution in the United Nations lately about Jerusalem. I would like to take this opportunity to tell you, my friends, if you want the freedom of religion to be preserved in Jerusalem, you must support complete Israeli sovereignty, since this is the only guarantee that this principle will be maintained. History proves this. Israel's actions confirm this, but the intentions of our enemies seek to prevent it. Israel and the Czech Republic share countless values. Our despisal of communism is one of them. When we examine the fabric of the relations between our two countries, one can easily discern the following fact. Communism cut off the relations between Israel and the Czech Republic, but its fall led to a rebirth. The connection between the LIKUD and the ODS, which began with our joining to ACER with the critical assistance of MEP Jan Zahradil, is part of this renaissance. On this occasion, I would like to say again, thank you, Jan. In addition, I want to thank ODS MPs in the Czech Parliament for their continuing support of Israel. Last year, they called for cutting Czech fee to UNESCO for its anti-Israeli attitudes, and they persuaded that resolution via Czech Parliament. At this moment, the ODS is the main opposition party, but I can assure you that the day where you will return to power is not far off. This is important for the Czech Republic, important for Europe, and for the rest of the world. We cannot deny that the free market economy has elevated the whole world and changed the fate of human beings by raising the standard of living to levels that we could never have even dreamed of. Moreover, the free market economy has changed the fate of entire populations who once felt helpless, poor, and forgotten, whilst today they belong to a society of successful people. At the same time, however, we are witnessing the rise of the populist left in the name of false arguments that seek to destroy the success of the free market. In an era where we are dealing with leftist populism, there is an opportunity before you to play a critical role in raising the flag of the free market and liberal nationalism in your country, but also in the European Union. We in the LIKUD know what it is like to serve the people from the opposition and to convince them of the justice of our path. In 2006, after Netanyahu, as finance minister, saved the Israeli economy from collapsing, by preferring personal responsibility over populist policies, we found ourselves fighting from opposition to return to power. It took us a little over 3 years, but we have now been in power for 9 consecutive years as the Israeli public repeatedly expresses confidence in us. There are many reasons for this, but I believe that the most significant is Prime Minister Netanyahu's worldview and that of LIKUD, which is based on free market. Only by our insistence on this principle has Israel become a very successful country. There is no doubt that before 2009, Israel was a very different place from the Israel of 2018. It is more successful, the economy is growing at a much greater rate, and the quality of life is the highest it ever has been. Ladies and gentlemen, recently I discovered the name of the song that your party turned into its anthem, Modra e Dobra. Which means blue is good. I would add that in the case of ODS, blue is right. Good luck, Peter. Good luck to you. And I would say Shabbat Shalom, and thank you very much.